It's 2018, and we've just moved to our beautiful office in Irvine, California. Our business is doing extremely well, and as the CEO, I'm living the dream. I've made all the right choices, and of course, I'm certain no one knows how to pick better, high-quality furniture for our new office than me. You see, most high-tech companies have those untidy beanbag chairs in their lounge, and I just don't get it. They're not only uncomfortable, but I also look ridiculous sitting in them, and so does everyone else. I have a rule: no beanbags in our office. Instead, I pick a nice black leather couch and a matching chair that I know everyone will love. One Tuesday morning, I'm going through my emails, and I see this email from John, who's one of our programmers. It's a calendar invite, but with the cheeky title, Promote John to CEO. The guy has a lot of nerve thinking he can do my job. I mean, I don't think he wants to make million-dollar decisions where it's your neck on the line. But what if I make him the CEO? That would turn the joke back on him. Although, would I set him up for a failure, embarrass him in front of the whole company, and drive him to leave? We will lose a great programmer and such an awesome colleague. Or worse, what if people like him more than me and want him to continue as the CEO? My board of directors would have to fire me. How would I explain that to my family? Since I can't decide, I go and present this crazy idea to my leadership team, and they're immediately against it. And as days go by, I keep thinking about this outlandish concept, and I didn't leave my home in Finland and move to the States just to be afraid to try something new. I march back to my leadership team. I give them more reasoning, and we decide. We're going to do it. We will promote John to CEO. A few days later, I tell John the good news. He starts laughing, thinking I'm joking, and I tell him no. 4 weeks from now, as our CEO, you'll have an unlimited budget to make one decision. And it can be anything, as long as it makes our workplace better. And as he leaves the room, I can tell he's taking this seriously, and he's going to work hard to make a smart decision. Fast forward, 1 month later, the whole company has gathered to hear John's decision. He starts by saying how difficult it was to come up with just one thing. The unlimited budget didn't make it any easier. In fact, it made it much harder. Finally, he says, it's time for me, John, the CEO, to reveal my decision. I hereby declare that we're gonna get beanbag chairs for our lounge. Before I realize what's going on, the entire floor is on their feet in a standing ovation, and I managed to fake a few laughs myself, but inside I'm thinking, if they react this strongly to office furniture, what else have I been missing? Am I disconnected from the real needs of my employees? I also realized that in that moment, we've built a whole new level of trust between John and I, because I trusted him with a big responsibility, and he trusted me not to judge his decision, even though it was clearly against my personal preference. You know, in our global society, trust is one of the most valuable assets we have as a human race. And so often employees are not treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. In the recent years, we've seen a tidal wave of people leaving their good-paying jobs. Why? Because they've had it. It's not that people don't want to work. They just want to work for you, if you don't trust them. And I have news for you. We are at the end of an era telling employees what to do. And here's what I mean by that. A recent study by McKinsey shows that 40% of all employed workers are looking for a new job. According to Gallup, only 1/3 of employees feel engaged at work. So this basically means that almost half of all employees are browsing for new opportunities and couldn't care less about the job they're getting paid to do. And it gets worse. Research by Manpower shows that 69% of all companies are struggling to find workers. There are 11 million unfilled positions in the United States, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. So, what does it mean? Well, it means that people do want to work, and a lot of companies are hiring, but there's a mismatch between the two, because instead of just dollars and cents, employees are now looking for a culture that fits. Now, how do you build that culture? You don't. You let your employees build it. And here's how it works. Every month, one employee is selected to be CEO of the day. He or she will have an unlimited budget to make one decision to improve the workplace. Whatever the CEO decides, everyone will live with. Discussion is encouraged, but the top leadership won't weigh in. The CEO will announce his or her decision in the monthly meeting, and after that, select the next CEO of the day. All employees will get their turn, and nobody gets to go twice. That's it. These are the guidelines, and whether you lead a team, group, or an entire organization, you can do the same thing. And by the way, the beanbags are still in our office, and people love John's original decision. But what about the other CEOs? What have they decided? In December, Alicia, who works in our people operations, realized that the ongoing uncertainty in the world can make people feel stressed or overwhelmed. Thanks to her decision, our employees have access to company-paid mental health counseling, and almost all employees have signed up. Sean, one of our Arizona-based programmers, likes to work from home, but what he doesn't love is cleaning it. With his decision, our remote workers get cleaning services reimbursed up to $100. You see, it's much nicer and more productive to work from home when it's clean. And thanks to many other employees who've been CEOs of the day, our office is well equipped with movie tickets, monthly massage, even a beer keg. Okay, 2 beer kegs. And a company-paid Uber taking employees home after the beer tasting, just in case we need it. These are all CEO of the day decisions. And I know what you're thinking. You think I'm crazy, and an unlimited budget would be a showstopper in your company. Here's what the budget has to be: unlimited. No one feels like a CEO if you give them $20 to spend. On the other hand, if you give them $20,000, you'll bias their thinking to a numeric value, leading them to think that that's exactly what they're supposed to spend. However, there's a way to limit the risk. When I help companies to set up their CEO of the Day program, we always form a board of directors made up of other employees. Before the announcement, the CEO of the Day presents his or her idea to the board, who will then approve or work with the CEO to look at all aspects of the idea. That's it. Let's talk about the numbers. The CEO of the Day has helped us grow from 0 revenue to over $10 million in only 5 years. Fast Company ranked us among the top 50 best places to work for the innovators in the United States, and ironically, we haven't spent one single penny more than we would have otherwise spent on keeping our employees happy, healthy, and engaged. But the difference is, instead of spending the money on something we think they might need, we're spending the money on something they've told us they need. Imagine having all employees thinking of ways to improve the company. Employees who know it's going to be their turn to make one big lasting decision, and they're thinking, how can I? make this company better. This is an organization-wide cultural shift where continuous improvement isn't just in the leaders' minds. Instead, it's something everyone's thinking about all the time. By the way, for a business owner, this is a game changer. For the employees, it creates a feeling of connection and camaraderie. And clients love it, because happy employees make happy clients. And here's how you get started. Choose your first CEO of the day. Define an area of your company you want to improve. Set up a board of directors to approve the decision, and get ready for a mic drop moment in a company-wide standing ovation. We are at the end of an era telling employees what to do. And I have a challenge for you. Join the revolution of companies making employees CEOs of the day and trusting them to build a culture that fits. Because when you do, you will see that by trusting your employees, you will earn their trust and loyalty in return. And with employees like that, there's no stopping where your business can go. It's time for the new era. Thank you.